Hey guys, so just before this podcast starts, we wanted to jump in really quick and let you know a couple of updates that we have. First of all, the beginning of this podcast, just want to let you know, we're sorry we cut out a little bit because we had some problems with the mic, but after like the first minute or two, it's perfect. So just want to jump in and say sorry for that, and then yeah.
Also, we will be having a lot of graphics anymore throughout the podcast. If anything, we'll have them at the very end, but that's on only a couple occasions, so don't expect that on every time. So, yeah, basically it.
Yeah, we're going to try and make it more like an official podcast, but on YouTube, because we feel that what do you call them, graphics are distracting, so...
We're still testing the waters, basically.
Yeah, so just, you're coming along with the, what do you call it, beta or test podcast, so we just want to keep you updated. Thank you for all your support. We hope you enjoy this podcast. We will have another one next Friday, and I think we're also going to try and get a guest speaker next podcast, so feedback is great. If you want to be a guest speaker, definitely come talk to us.
First hour in the guidance office. Hey coyotes, welcome back to P2P, Peers to Peers, and I'm Sonia, your host.
And I'm Brennan.
And today it's one of our mini podcasts, so it's not going to be as long as the last one, but here it is.
Short and sweet.
And today's topic is basically just how to keep your good reputation or how to build it up, basically. So here we go.
All right. So we're just going to jump right in. Basically, one of the main things I think on like maintaining your good reputation is just engaging in your social life. So like friends, not being a bad person while you're out with your friends, getting involved with many different things. I think that's very important because like that's how people see you and get to know you. So yeah, what about you?
I say also stay engaged, but not just only in your social life, also like in the classroom. You need to really be in the classroom, like physically, mentally, emotionally. Your teachers need to see it too, so like they know like that. Oh wow, the student really wants to be here. So, I guess it's really important to have a good reputation at school and outside of school. It really like helps with your future.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Especially like showing compassion towards others. That's like if showing compassion shows that you're a good person. So people see you as a good person, obviously. So I think that's a really big thing that you should incorporate when you're really all the time, but when especially like when you're around your friends, your peers, your advisors, everybody.
And honestly, like showing compassion doesn't really make you like a victim, or it doesn't really make you too innocent either. It's just like shows that you are like a positive person, but also like a very I guess like charismatic person. Like you have just compassion, I guess. I was gonna say pity, but pity isn't the right word. Pity is more like you're kind of looking down on someone, like wow, poor them. But showing compassion isn't that at all. It's just showing someone that you care, that you are in their life, and that you're here to stay. And if you're not here to stay, honestly, just like tell them straight up, like, hey, I'm here for you and I'm here to support you, but that's kind of it. I don't, just be realistic.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Especially like being the bigger person. I really hate how sometimes people take being the bigger person as like, oh, that guy didn't fight the other guy, he backed down, like he's whatever. Like I hate that because it's kind of like not necessarily. Maybe he backed down because he's being the bigger person. He realized it wasn't worth it. He realized the mature thing to do and the right thing to do was not fight because it was irrational. And I think that really plays into me having a good reputation, but also I think what do you call it? Stigma, I think it's called. Like, what do you call it? I think it's like the stigma around people who back down in fights or, like don't fight back on a lot of things. Mm-hmm. They get seen as like either weak or
cowardly.
Yeah, definitely. And I just think that's really, really not a good stigma around that, because it's kind of like, not really. I mean, being the bigger person is a matter of being mature about it, realizing what's right and wrong, and taking action that way. And it's really a good thing rather than showing that you're weak. It's more showing that you're strong, because it is a lot harder to, if you would agree, it's a lot harder when you're in a fight to not do something and to back down than it is to fight.
Yeah, I agree. And there's also like the people who argue that if you fight the person, like you're kind of building your reputation, like, oh yeah, like I'm a big strong person who can, hurt the weak. Like, yeah, I'll have like that bad reputation, like, oh yeah, because I'm a bad person, but in like the good way, like to be cool. But that's not really cool, like hurting other people because you want to build yourself up, like tearing others down. That's not the best thing to do. It's very immature, and yeah, like you need to grow up if you do that and you think that that's the best way to I guess increase your social status, like on the high school pyramid, because you want to be at the top, you want to be known by everyone, popularity. And honestly, that's not the best way to do it. The best way to do it is by getting good grades and showing people you care, like showing your compassion, being the bigger person, respecting your peers and teachers and coaches and mentors and everyone that you see, because everything just affects your future. Like, if it goes on your record if you get in a fight, or if you disrespect the teacher and get a referral, or get sent home, and I don't know, you lose respect by your teachers now.
Yeah, I definitely think it's all relates. Like, maintaining good reputation, it all really starts. I mean, it always is happening, but when you start maturing in high school, I think high school is a place where you need to start like realizing, hey, I need to start maturing. I need to start being a bigger person. I need to start doing all this stuff, and that all plays into maintaining a good reputation. And I think it's all about realizing that whether or not social groups are what they're going to think of you. Instead of thinking of that way, it's more thinking of it as like, is this right? Is this wrong? What should I do here? Rather than, oh, what is Billy going to think of me because I didn't punch this guy in the face, kind of thing. So it's kind of like, it really all plays into maturing and realizing that, yeah, some people are going to make fun of you for a while, maybe, possibly, but, it's all part of growing up. It's kind of like, it's all part of maturing. And those people who do bash you for being the bigger person and doing the right thing are people who haven't gotten there yet, who haven't found their, I don't know, maturity yet. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying like I know everything about this, obviously, but I definitely believe that what I'm saying is true. And just like building trades, like, they all were the bigger people, and they cleaned up the teacher parking lot after the parade, and it was kind of like, yeah, obviously they're not going to get called out like badly because, what do you call it? What am I trying to say here?
I guess what you're trying to say, like, they're not going to be like, oh, like wow, like you really cleaned the parking lot, like that sucks, like, but good job. But I mean, it's just like they're showing their kind of pride on their own, and they're showing that they care about the school and they want to be, I guess, the bigger people. Because really, like, if you tore down your little flow after the parade, then great, but you still left a kind of a mess. And when Building Trades like cleaned that up and they posted it on Twitter, I thought it was really cool that they took time out of their class time, out of their day, to sweep the entire teacher parking lot after a big event like the parade. I thought that was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
So yeah. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to sound like I know everything. So I think like what we talked about today is really just, it's all about like maturing, and if you can mature to a certain level, that's what builds your good reputation. And so everything that we've been talking about, it revolves back around to building a good reputation and maintaining it, rather than doing what you think socially will get you points. But that's, if you think about it, if you go bully somebody and your friends think that was funny, that's not a good reputation. That's a bad reputation. Yeah, it's a reputation. It's an easy reputation. But really, do you want to grow up having everybody know you as the person who does the wrong thing, who isn't the bigger person ever? Or would you want to be known as the stronger, better person?
And also, like, to the people who, like, record the fights and just, like, automatically pull out their phones when they start seeing, like, when they see people, like, start swinging, I think that's very, like, low. Like, I wouldn't pull my phone out if I see people, like, fighting. I would try to, like, get an adult or something, because really, like, those are your peers. Like, you're seeing them fight. Like, they're easily, like, when they get into a fight, like, that's a bad reputation on them. Like, it just starts building. Teachers lose respect for them. Like, they might, like, forgive them, like, oh, yeah, well, you got in a fight, but, you know, you still have to do your work, whatever, like, good job on your work. But, I mean, like, people remember, and it's on their phones, and they record it, and they put it on Snapchat, they put it on, I don't know, CEH fights, or just, like, I don't know, it's to get attention, and that just sucks, because they're spreading information that doesn't belong to them. Like, they recorded it, but how disrespectful, because you're not doing anything either. You're just sitting on your phone, you're recording the fight that could have been prevented, and
supporting it.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know what, whatever. I don't know.
And I'm not recommending this to anybody, because you shouldn't really do it. But since I'm a bigger person, I like physically, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I'm like a bigger person, like, morally, or whatever you want to call it. Like, I'm literally a big person, like, tall, big.
Physically.
Yeah. So, like, if I see a fight, I'm not just gonna pull out my phone and record it. Why would I do that? Well, how is it fun to watch somebody hurt somebody else? It's not fun. I personally don't do this. I don't recommend this. Would go in and be like, hey, stop, and try and pull them apart. Obviously that would probably get me in trouble, so don't recommend that, guys.
Yeah, just seek an adult, what's going on, and just hope for the best, basically.
Yeah. All right, well, I think that's really all of this podcast.
I think that concludes it for now. Stay tuned for our next podcast. Hopefully it's next Friday. We will be discussing a different topic, because every week is like a different topic. And we are hoping to get guest speakers soon. Make sure you drop in those suggestions in our suggestion box in the front office. And I don't know, just like hit a hashtag CEHSP 2P, and just like, I don't know, questions, suggestions, comments, anything you'd like to share about this podcast or other podcasts. So,
want me to read off a link?
I mean, if you really want to.
Nah. Okay, yeah. So maybe like next week, because that's our next major podcast, we can try and get somebody in and guest speaker. So yeah, definitely, guys, if you want to be a part of it, even if you just have a question for us and you don't want to be a part of it, you don't want to be known, everything is anonymous if you choose it to be. Online, that link to that survey is anonymous. If you want it to be, please go fill it out, even if it just it really helps out. We really love your feedback. And then in the front office, Miss Miller's got this time her little desk. What do you call it? I don't know. Desk area. Yeah. She has that box up there for our suggestions and questions. And hey, even if you just want to be shouted out and you have a good question, put it in either online or in the box, and we will get it and we will respond. So yeah, definitely. We thank you for all your support, everybody who's supporting us, and we hope to better ourselves for our podcast. All right.
Guys. Bloopers. It's not even recording.
Yes, it is.
Oh, now it is.
So yeah, let's enjoy it.
You too.
Somewhere